do a quick walk around and show you like how it looks now, and then we'll go back to our videos. But I have widened this at the front about 3/4 on each side, so it's about 1.5 inches wider overall in the front. It's about 2, maybe a little more than that in the back from an original Charger, but I needed all that width. But the front bumper is going to work out good. In the bumper, I've actually pulled the body out to the bumper, flush fit the bumper by bringing the body out to it. So my panel that goes over here is going to be about 1.5 inches wider. I've got it on the table right here, and I'll split it right down the middle and widened it. But that wider front end really looks good. And I'll show you kind of how it looks like from the back. So I hope it shows up in the camera, but this back one is really wide, and the front one you kind of see how the width on it is. Really looks good. Got all my interior stuff in there, dash in there, steering column in there. Get this front mocked up, and I'll put the wiring and stuff back in it and get this thing running. But so far so good. I mean, it is really looking good. I just got to now figure out a way to make these fenders and how they're going to mount and all that. But all right, we'll get back to the videos. Well, TJ, it's time to start shaping the front fenders. Now I've got them lined up and square with the car, with the body, and I've got them fit to the bumper. I pulled them out a little bit till they flush fit into the bumper because I need all the width I can get for this wheel area. And pulling this out, I've shaped this crown like the crown on the back. This back's got quite a crown in it now where I widened it, and bringing this face out meant I had to change the angle of this a little bit to get it back to a straight line like on the bottom of the Charger used to be. So it just changes this angle and it changes this angle, trying to get from here back to that original line. I got to do the same in the front, so I'm going to have to modify the front fender just a little bit right here. So I've got your car actually go out right here where it was almost straight, and then more like it looks in the back. So yeah, I'll have to turn this front in and then make it line back up, and I'll use this piece to do it with. But all right, this is what I did on the inside of the fenders. I have reshaped these, I've shaped around the Hellcat. I've had to change the angle where these flare out just a little bit in the front, where I moved the point of that in the same relationship to the back tires to the front tires, so they both flare out the same. They give it a Coke bottle look on the side of the car. It's going to look good all together. And then over here I've had to put in a little welding plate, which I'm not done here, and I'll add a little bit to the end of that. Just want to show you how all that looks. So, finally getting this front bumper and front end figured out. It's been definitely a cut and shove to fit. When I set the Charger over the Challenger, the platform's so much wider. I've had to widen all the car on the bottom, on the lower side, about 1.5 inches. I've had to cut the balance, and I'm widening it, and actually widen the car out to the bumper, so the bumper will look flush fit. But it ain't that I cut the bumper down, it's I've widened the car out to the bumper. So I'm going to give you a closer look at what I've done here and how this is coming, because I want this bumper installed to look as factory as possible. So I'm trying to use all the Charger parts all the way up to the bumper, and then Challenger made some plates to go right on the end of the frame rails, and hope it'll look pretty factory when it's done. So with bringing all this out, it's made this valance, this lower pan here, that it's going to be about 1.5 inches. I'm going to have to spread it, but not only that, it makes them lean down where this panel is out now. They point down towards the ground. So I have to change that angle and redo all that, and that's fine, because I need to make some more room in there for my coolers. I got a blower cooler in there, and I got an oil cooler that's got to go on each side of that. I've got that grill fit in there right on the money. I've got to build a support underneath it to raise the center of the grill and give support for that area and the latch area. But on my bumper brackets have turned out good. This is all just off the cuff, trying to figure this out as I go with the parts I have. So this is an original bracket right here, and this one is as well. for the Charger, and I have cut about 6-8 inches off them and then changed the angle on both ends. And then when this is all said and done, this ought to look pretty factory. And then I have a support in here to support my grill and support the hood latch, and it is all tight and cut and shoved to fits, because this is only like 7.5 inches now, where before it was quite long. I've got the piece here. So this bracket was that long on the Charger, and I've cut that much off of it. But I think it's a pretty good look, and this is what it looked like from the top, but you won't see it when you look up under the car. That's what you'll see. And I want a factory look, and I think I pulled that off pretty good with what I had here. So I'm fixing to get this mounted up. I gotta put in this last gusset here and fabricate that, and then put that in. And I got a little bit of adjustment in that bumper. There's not a lot of room for adjustment, so I've really had to dial this front end down to the millimeter of exact, because I'm not going to have much adjustment on that bumper. So when this is all said and done, the bumper's pretty much just going to bolt right where it is. And, well, here it is. After all the welding and fitting and cutting, and there's very minimal adjustment just because of clearance issues. And that's a pretty good bolt direct fit. Pretty good. And then if you can see, let's see how I can see it show up under it. It's gonna look like a factory install when it's all said and done. I mean, that was extremely difficult to get such an exact fit with a bolt-in unit. Well, TJ, after many hours of work and just lots of study and planning, all the sheet metal is on the car all the way around. The front valance was the last piece of the puzzle, and the bumper and our little spoiler we got up under there. I ended up having to widen that valance, kind of pie cut it in the front, so it's probably 35-ish millimeters in the front and 40 at the rear, widened because all the side of the car has been widened out. But this is the first time got to see it all together, and it looks like it's all going to work. Really looking good. So it's a big day. So now we can start doing some stuff like possibly getting it running. Got to finish up the headlights, but I would love to get it running and driving and see how much my wheel's going to move, and see how much I'm going to have to cut out and finish up that wheelhouse right there. But yeah, there it is.